Well, hello again. This is coming out way later than I intended it to, but here we are. Also, thank you for 50 subscribers. That was a nice little surprise. We'll see if we stay there, but nice to get there for the first time anyway. So last video I talked about how Hell is Us was almost my game of the year for 2025. The next game that was almost my game of the year for 2025 is Shinobi Art of Vengeance. And the reason that this game was in the contention so hot and heavy for so long is that it's probably the closest to perfect game on my top 10 this year, in the sense that there's really not a lot of negative things that I can say about it. The worst that I've got to level against it is that I think the bosses are a little easy, and some of the one foot in the search action genre, one foot in the normal level design genre, like for action games, doesn't work all that great for me personally. I also had the same problem with the second half of The Messenger, but those are super minor quibbles. Shinobi Art of Vengeance feels sublime to play. It's possibly the best combat that I've experienced in a 2D action game, that has melee focus, just like full stop. I just love the weight and crunchiness of the combos and the the movement. I love the controls. I love the fact that it's a game in this genre where you're not just stuck with basic attack and basic jump, and that's all that you start with. Like, you start with a huge amount of moves to just out of the gate, and then you just keep adding to those, and the moves are situational enough to where you may not use them all because they don't fit your play style, but I love the fact that they fit in multiple play styles. So the way that I played the game could be completely different from the way that you played the game, and those are all valid choices as far as how to approach combat scenarios. Um, I love the traversal, love the music. I think it's a bloody gorgeous game. It's the same developer that did Streets of Rage 4, which again, not the biggest fan of, but they also did the Monster Hunter, or sorry, not Monster Hunter, Monster Boy and the Cursed. I never remember the name of the whole thing. It's the Metroidvania that came out from Lizard Cube around 2019 or so, and that game is also just sublime. And I love just about everything with Shinobi Art of Vengeance. It's one of those games that I kept going back to even after I'd finished it, and I'm not normally that type of player. uh I actually do kind of intend to get the DLC and play. They're adding like it's just like a Sega Villains pack where it's like special boss fights with, I think it's Dr. Robotnik from Sonic and Death Adder from Golden Axe and Majima from the Like a Dragon series. And I think that's just going to be like a lot of fun to mess with. I have a feeling Majima is going to be easily the most challenging of those three, but it should be a blast. And the game is just so much fun to play, and could not recommend it enough. It was like so close for so long to being my number one. I had it in the top slot for a good while, because again, I was just like, can't really fault it for anything like significant. Like everything else I have like way bigger quibbles with, including what ended up becoming my game of the year, which I'll talk about next time. But if you were on the fence about Shinobi Art of Vengeance, I highly recommend taking another look. If it didn't interest you initially, maybe wait for a sale. But if you like 2D action adventure games, man, you can't do much better than Shinobi Art of Vengeance, that's for sure. So check it out. I will see you next time, and thanks for letting me yap at you. Bye.